And now it's time for Humble Reviews with Willie B.A. Hobo. Tonight's review, Solo, a Star Wars story. Oh my god, this is the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life! Light speed, more like light spoilers! There's this guy named Han Solo, who happens to be the main character in the movie, hence the title of the movie, who happens to be a rebel, in essence. Not like the actual rebels as in the rebel force, but like a rebel. He's running away from the law, and wouldn't you know it, he has a girlfriend that we never knew of before. His name is Kiara. No, we're not talking about the little cub from A Lion King's 2 Simba's Pride. No, Kiara. They're like lovey-dovey, ooh, I love you, this, I love you back, love, 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 and then they're trying to run away with some plutonium power, or something like that. It's like a bribery in order to escape into the next world and get their own ship and live their own lives, except they get split up at the gate entrance. So they got her. Except things work out for her because she ends up meeting up with some person in the Crimson Dawn type group of but we'll get to that later. Meanwhile, Solo is able to escape and joins the Empire. Yes, he actually served for the Empire before Little known fact, So anyways, he tries to become a pilot because he feels like he can fly and he's the best damn pilot in the land. I beg to differ, because I happened to fly something once before. Was it your cardboard box of a home, Willie? Wick guacamole! Yeah. Oh, shut up, Anyways, he runs into this group that is also rebels against the Empire, but not on the rebel force, And they get together, and they come up with wacky schemes in order to make a profit, Because you know that's how smugglers work, So, they come up with this plan, they get on, except they backfire on Solo and make him go at it with a Wookiee named Chewbacca. And that's how the two get to know each other. One was about to eat him and then all of a sudden they become friends, Isn't that how every friendship starts, Hey, we're enemies but now we're friends. Let's check on it, So they all go off on this really big mission, and wouldn't you know it, there's another smuggling group that's wanting to go after the same prize that these smugglers are going after. So you know what? They decide, fuck it, let's drop the prize. If I can't have it, they won't either. Drop, boom, kablooey. Except it doesn't work out with the Crimson Dawn. They have to then go up there and explain to themselves why they didn't get this prize in the first place, He doesn't like the reasoning. Why, you backstabbing murderers, I'm going to kill you for this. But wait, I have an idea. What kind of plan do you want? I can't trust you anymore. I was supposed to get this profit, you've already blown one up, but there's another one on another distant planet. Just get me a ship and we're good to go. Alright, fine, you get one more chance, but then you're fucking gonna die. So they go off and find a ship, where they run into Lando Calrissian. Oh, and they reunite with Kiara. Kiara! Trust in your father, Kiara. So they run into Lando, they make a gambling bet on some poker game, because you know they're the gambling type, and it backfires, because Lando wins. Except the problem is, Lando knows Kiara well, and he knows, Solo's friend Bennett, except they're not really buddies. You know what I mean. By the way, that's the guy from Zombieland, in case you haven't figured that out, So they decide, you know what? I'll give it a shot. Let's do this thing. Why not? I'll make a little profit off of this. Or something. So they go off. And they fly in the Millennium Falcon. But little do you realize, it's a hole. Because you notice in the original movie, it's like this setup, the reason why it's set up like this, in the original movie, because in the middle there where that gap is, there's an escape pod that they get rid of to devour this electrical octopus in some fiery pit of cosmic, biblical, apocalyptic proportions, and they're able to escape with the loot. Or plutonium, or whatever the hell that thingamabobber is, So they get away with it, except L3, the robot that Lando Calrissian has, because, he had a robot at some point, Navigator before the GPS was made. Although this might be the way the GPS was made in the future, because this takes place in the future, of course, gets kablooied. Except they program her brains into the Millennium Falcon and thus they escape with their lives. So they get the prize, so you would think, except at the end, there's a lot of double crossing and triple crossing and all that crap going on. First, Kiara is like, whoop. Little do you realize, I am working for the Crimson Dawn, so yeah, that's not gonna work. And then there's some smugglers who's not really smuggling, they're part of the Rebel Force, which ties up to the New Hope of sorts. And then there's Bennett. He betrays Solo, but then kills his little, oh, I missed her, I owe you. Here, I owe you this. A gunshot to the head. Stab! Except he didn't really kill him. He just killed his minions and took off with the prize. So that leaves Solo going one-on-one with, what's his name? The Crimson Dawn leader. And just when you think that things are all lost, Kiara kills the Crimson Dawn leader. And you think those two are going to be lovey-dovey. Except she's really working for someone else. Darth fucking Maul lives! I'm dead serious. There's a holographic scene where she speaks to Darth Maul. Although we never know how the hell he survived that Obi-Wan Kenobi slash in episode 1. They never delve into that part, mama. So anyways, we're left on that side of the cliffhanger, mama. But then we go back to Bennett, who's taking Chewie with the prize, and he runs into Solo. And Solo says, BAM! Because I don't trust you or anybody else for all I know except for Chewie. Chewie's my main man. So they go off and they run into Lando again, and again they try and gamble in casino. And this time, Solo wins the Falcon fair and square. Which ties into the phrase from episode 5 when they mention, hey, you lost it to me fair and square. Flashback to this movie and we'll show you how he lost it fair and square. When he lost that poker game. So then they fly off. Chewie and Solo become best pilots, and they go off into hyperspace while the smugglers who weren't really smuggling start to form the Rebel Force or something like that. We don't really see a tie to that. They kind of left that cliffhanger too. And that's how the movie ends. Just like a Rogue One. Building up to set up what was set up in A New Hope. I, for one, loved this movie because it had a lot of action in it. It had some nostalgic ties. It tied up some loose ends as to what happened before A New Hope, for the most part. And it kind of felt like an Indiana Jones movie. You know, I think the guy who played Han Solo, mama, in this movie could make a young Indiana Jones movie, mama. I could totally see that happening. This is Willie B.A. Hobo saying, Millennium Falcon! You get a Millennium Falcon! I came on the Batavia, I came on the Millennium Falcon! Come on! I want to start my own Rebel Alliance too! I want to defeat the evil empire!